everyone. Welcome back to Concept Wellbeing, where the concept is well. My name is Jade,
And I'm Aileen.
and we are your hosts for today. Welcome back. Thanks for clicking in to listen to our podcast. So we have a new segment today. We're just new segmenting it up because last episode was a new segment too. So we're going to start off with a new segment. It's called "What Are You Grateful For?" And I think that this is a very beautiful thing to start off with because it just sets the tone for just, I don't know, it just feels nice and warm in my heart. So, Aileen, do you want to tell me one thing that you were grateful for?
Sure. So I love this new segment. I think it's
Ooh,
very important to do this every day. So I'm grateful for today. Not every day is promised. And I
that got.
think sorry.
This is so deep. Like, I'm telling you, I wish you could see me. My mouth is open. Like, I was like, oh, Aileen, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Okay, keep going.
I can just imagine your facial expressions over there.
I'm shocked.
I think we have so much going on, especially in today's world, that I think we're just constantly on the go, whether it's work, we need to do this or that or that. And I don't think where we always sit back and say, I'm grateful for this, right? And especially we're recording this in the evening. I've had a long day.
Yes.
And I think it's always a good reminder to go back and just say, hey, I'm grateful that I was here today. I'm grateful, yeah, maybe it was annoying talking to these people today at work, but I'm grateful that I'm here and I got to experience it. So that's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for?
It's so beautiful. Okay. It's a hard one to follow.
I
Okay,
had
so
to outbeat you after the last new segment, okay?
you know what? You're right. You won. You won. You win. I'm gonna say I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the relationship that I have with each and every one of my friends.
I love
Um,
that.
Thank you. I specifically, yo, listen, I feel like I know the podcast is new, but y'all are finna know so many things about our lives. My best friend, I was talking to her, and I'm not gonna lie, I was on the verge of like an entire breakdown, like an entire mental breakdown yesterday before I went to work. And the only reason I didn't have one was because I was talking to her. And I like she knows like how do I very beautifully put this? I'm just gonna say it. She knows how chaotic I could have been. And like I think she assessed that and like brought me down. And I think that like having a friendship where like you just know something about a person and like you don't even have to think, where it's just like I know how to like comfort this person is like so like beautiful. And I think all of my friends are like that, where like there's like something special about them. I don't know. So I'm just so grateful for my friends and the relationships that I have with them. So that's my grateful moment.
I love it. I think
Yes.
that's super important, right? I think our friends, our family, there's always people in our lives that help us through every day.
Mm-hmm.
I need to meet this said best friend too. I hear so much about her for
You'll
years now.
yes, you'll love her. You will. She's a dime. I love her. I love all my friends. So it's yeah. I feel like it's about time like you like meet like because
Listen,
you know.
I remember when we were interns together and you were trying to get her a gift and you're like, what if I get her like this business card that's made out of metal?
I
And I
remember
was
I
like,
did
you
that.
should.
Do you remember I did that? Can I tell you? I'm
Yes.
so this is just like this. Can I tell you I spelled her middle name wrong on that business card and I bought like 100 of
She
it
will
was
always remember them.
the intention was there. The intention was there. It's fine. But yes, I love all of my friends. I really tried. I tried, but it's fine.
That's what
Anyways,
matters.
it's fine. Whatever. Imagine my surprise. I said, "Oh, there's an E at the end of your name." Okay, all right. Good to know. Good to know.
Now you
I will
always spell
remember
it
that
correctly.
always. Ever since then, I know exactly how her middle name is spelled every time. I'm like, "Oh no, there's an E at the end of that." Thank you. We do not forget. Anyways, are you ready to get into our main discussion for
Yes,
today?
yes.
All right, I'm excited. So, today we're going to be discussing meditation. It's a part of our spirituality series. So, I think I will just kind of explain what meditation kind of is, and then we can get into our own journeys. Does that
Okay.
sound good? All right,
Yes.
because I got the Google open. I got the chat. I got all the things open. So I have the facts for you. What is meditation? Meditation is a mental exercise that involves focusing the mind, calming the body to achieve the state of relaxation and inner peace. And then it gives me like a basic guide for meditation, and I'm not going to do that. But I was like looking into like, does meditation usually come from like, where does it come from and stuff like that. It is a part of natural traditions. Some of them are like Buddhism, Hinduism, and I don't know how to spit. I hope I don't ruin this. Taoism, is that how you say it?
I think so.
Okay, I did my best.
We
So
tried.
yeah, I did, and that the intention was there. That's the intention of the podcast. My intention was well. So it is sometimes connected to spirituality. I think sometimes, at least now, I feel like meditation is built into like people's like daily practices. Like a lot of people do meditation in the morning. When I say a lot of people, I mean me. Do meditation as like a part of their like morning routine and stuff to like calm things down and like connect. Some people do it at the end of the day. Some people do it throughout the day. So I think it just depends on what your why is. And I think whatever your why is perfectly fine. Have you tried to meditate before, Aileen?
Yeah, it's very hard.
What typically happens? Tell me about the first tell me about the first time you tried to meditate if you remember.
I it was a book I was reading, and you had
Hmm.
to meditate. You had to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself.
Beautiful.
And there's another aspect of it. I forgot what it was. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So I think you had to do it for 90 days. It was so hard.
Did you
So at
do it for
first,
did you do it for all 90 days?
I tried. I could, like, I realized that once you keep doing it, it gets easier. And there's different methods of meditation, right? Some people say some people like, for me, I count.
Hmm.
So I like, because, but I constantly had different thoughts, right? But I notice I'm still trying to do it. Okay. Let me just put that out there. It's hard though. So counting like 1 through 10 and then starting all over again, right? And then having your breath go with it. So, like, as you exhale, I would count one, then two on the next exhale. And it's very calming and I actually loved it, but it's hard to do for a long period of time. But I highly recommend it. I'm trying to get back on this, but I realized at night it'd make me really sleepy and I'd fall asleep. So I have to do it in the morning
I mean,
and
it
not in
depends.
my bed.
Yeah, I was like, it depends on your goal. If you were trying to go to sleep, then that seems like a great gateway to that.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like that's not what you were trying to do, though. Sounds like you were trying to do something else. So maybe, yeah, don't do that in your bed before you go to sleep. But I will say one of like the benefits of meditation is improved sleep. So it does say that. It says that some of the benefits are improved sleep, reduce stress and anxiety, increase mindfulness, enhance self-awareness, and improved emotional regulation. So it will help you go to sleep, or it does improve your sleep. So you are spot on with that one for sure.
I think it really is. I think it gives you a certain sense of like, it gives you a lot of benefits. And I think if we try it, we can kind of master the practice. And what sold me on it was that book I told you I was reading. It was about a guy that started a business in Silicon Valley
Mhm.
and basically everything failed. And he was like down in the dumps. He didn't know what to do with himself. He was just extremely depressed, right? Because he had nothing. So he starts saying, I love you in the mirror to himself, looking at himself in the face, right? And everything has like a certain amount of time. And then he started like meditating and all of this stuff. And he's like, he was so surprised about the benefits of doing that. And that's why I'm like, oh, and I've noticed that like sleep was good. I was more relaxed, not as stressed. So, what about you? I know you've been doing meditation for a while.
I have.
So tell us.
I've been dipping and dabbling into meditation. I will say I feel like it I don't want to say meditation is hard, but it is a practice, and it's like with anything else that you're like kind of starting out with, like it takes you a while to kind of get good at it. I don't feel like I'm good at it. I just want to say that. I do it. I've been doing it for like 3 years. I don't I don't know that. I guess every person is different. So let me just put that out there. Every person is different. I think sometimes it does take me a while to clear my brain because sometimes I just be talking in my brain. Like I wish I was one of those people that did not have like an internal dialogue, but I just be narrating everything and
I
it's
do the same.
crazy. Yeah, and I'm like, "Girl, can you just shut up for like 1 second? I'm trying to connect to myself and to the universe." And I'm just like thinking about like just stupid things like, oh, I should go buy like a new, I don't know, towel or something. Like it's just so like, why are we doing this? So I've been meditating since 2020. I started during the pandemic because I just needed to connect. I think I feel like the start of my spirituality journey, and I found meditation, and it also said that again, one of the benefits say that it helps reduce stress and anxiety, and I was very anxious. And so it was kind of like anything that I can do to calm myself down, that's what I was doing.
So did you
And so
notice those benefits?
um no.
Okay.
No. But I was on 10, Aileen. Like there was really like my nervous system was shot. Like I was trying to do everything that would calm me down, but for some reason it felt like everything that I was doing to try to calm me down felt like it was I think I was focusing too much on trying to calm down, and so it was making me more alert of the fact that I was turned up, which is whatever. I'm calm now, which is whatever. Anyways, so I tried a bunch of different techniques. I feel like there's so many like different breathing techniques. I listened to like guided meditations.
I
I
like
got
those. Do you like those?
I okay, so I don't when I first started meditating, I didn't. Like when I was doing it, I was like, I don't know that like I wanted to hear a person's voice because it just wasn't giving. And so I got really into like binaural, I hope I'm saying it right, binaural sounds. Like I did some research into it. And so I hope I'm like explaining this correctly, but like sound waves can affect, or no, sound frequencies can affect your brain waves. And so, like, depending on the frequency, can do different things to your brain. And so I thought that was really interesting. And there's a lot of research that goes into like music and stuff like that and how it makes you feel. So I was like, okay, let's go with this. And so I started listening to different sound frequencies to help me meditate because some of the frequencies will put you into like a calmer state. So I started doing that. And then as I started getting more into like learning about spirituality and like different types of ways to connect. I was like, okay, I started learning about like chakras. I hope I'm saying that right. I've been really trying to say chakras right. Like I know it's not
Chakras.
chakras. I'll like if I could say it however I wanted to, I would say chakras, but I know it's like chakra, like it's supposed to be faster. So, anyways, so I started connecting like the chakra colors to like the frequencies of the sound. And then
Oh,
depending on
cool.
which, yeah, I thought it was really cool. So depending on which chakra I wanted to work on, I would listen to that sound and meditate listening to it. And that's kind of where I was for like 2 years. And then I kind of started to transition where it's like, okay, I could just like chill for a second. I knew I needed to listen to something. So I was just like, I could just listen to like different like binaural wave sounds or whatever. Like that's cool. But then something randomly brought me back to like listening to a guided meditation, like
Uh-huh.
maybe like 3 weeks ago. Like I took a pause from it and then I started listening to it again. And I was like, oh, wait, this goes hard. Like I feel like I went into like a really good, like deep meditation where it's like, I felt connected. And I know there's a difference of like when I'm just like closing my eyes and breathing versus like I'm in a deep meditation. Cause I'll
Yeah.
like get like messages or like downloads and stuff like where I'm like really connecting to myself. I'm like, Jade, this is what you need to be doing. It's so clear now. That's my version of meditation. Like things are, it's not quiet because it, like my brain just doesn't quiet down for like 20 minutes. It just doesn't do that, but it'll be clear, which is
Right.
nice. That's my version of meditating. That's as deep as I've gotten
But I love
sometimes.
that you do that though, because and it's funny because yours is different than the way I started.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I tried to do, like I said, the counting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did the guided meditations, and to me that was a lot easier
Mm-hmm.
to do that than to like constantly try and tell myself like, okay, keep counting and keeping the other thoughts out. So the guided meditations are so easy for me, and I liked them because I could tell like I wasn't thinking about other things. I was thinking about what they told me to do, right? And then later on, like the thoughts would come in. But like you said, they were clearer. Then my final one though was also the high frequency hertz or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then I would start finding the playlists on Spotify for high frequency music. And then I would start playing that and trying to meditate. And I need to get back on it. But it's kind of interesting that we both, but I think it's cool that you kind of related them with the chakras. I never thought of that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I listen, I fully encourage you to do it. Bring out the crystals that match the chakra and everything. Like it's a whole experience. But I feel like we both like came like full circle, to be honest with you. Like we're like kind of like in the same place. I had to like take a little bit of a break from it. um I don't know, like the month of December for me, like I think I just like took a break and was just like, okay, I just need to like settle down for a second. For me, it was built into my morning routine, and so I would do it for like 10 to 20 minutes, and for some reason it just wasn't, I felt like, you know, when you do something all the time, it kind of like loses like its like like zest or like what makes it special or something. So I
Hmm.
felt like I was just doing it just to do it and I wasn't connecting. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take a
Got it.
break. And I like switched it out. I was like, okay, instead of meditating for 20 minutes, I'm just going to dance in the mirror for 20 minutes in the morning time. And
Uh-huh.
that's just as fun and like it's lit. So now I'm like getting back to it. I like meditated. What's today? Today's Thursday. I think I meditated like on Tuesday morning and I was like, okay, like we got it. We can like get back into this.
There
So
you
I did
go.
take a little bit of a break and now I'm like slowly getting back into it. But it's kind of like riding a bike. I feel like, you know, I popped into it. I was like, you can still meditate. You got it. So that was exciting. But I'm excited to get back into it. I'm like working on like getting my morning routine up. And I do think like having meditation inside of my morning routine is really good for my overall well-being when I am like able to connect. It's it's just really good for me. So,
Yeah, I think that's my goal is to add that back in and really be consistent with my morning routine and set it up the way I want. So
mhm.
we'll see how that goes. You're gonna have to give us a full update of your meditation though.
I will. I will definitely keep y'all updated and you keep us updated on your morning routine. I
Yes.
think this is a beautiful natural stopping place for us, but do you have any final words of wisdom or anything that you would like to share with the listeners before we go?
I'm just gonna say if you haven't tried meditation, you guys should try it. Even just once, maybe a guided meditation. If you hate it, try a different form because I think there are true benefits to it.
Agreed. Agreed. My final thing would be one thing that was fun for me was learning about like breath work because when I got into it, I forgot the YouTuber that I watched, but he basically was like, these are the different like breathing techniques. And I really didn't believe in like breathing techniques. I don't know why, but like breath work is so important. When I started to do it and like really do it, it like really helps you get deeper into meditation, like for real. So
You gotta
it
find
just,
out who this YouTuber was or this video.
I do. I think like he was using like the 4-7 method or something. Maybe just Google like breathing technique methods. The thing is, you don't realize how hard it is for you to like breathe. I don't know, like when you're focusing and like you're supposed to be doing like these hard breaths and then hold for like 30 not 30 seconds, but like hold for a couple of seconds and then slowly breathe out. Like and keep on going. Like for me, it was like, okay, it was a lot, but like it kind of gives you like a little bit of like a high feeling. I don't know if that is me meditating correctly or that's just me. I don't know. But
Interesting.
yes, I would try that out. If you haven't tried out like different breathing techniques, I that would be my like little thing that I can share with you is like try out a breathing technique and see if that helps during your meditation. I think that is really helpful. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all.
Well,
All
thanks for
right.
sharing, Jade.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so let's wrap things up. Thank you everyone for listening. Don't forget to share this podcast with your friends or anyone that you think would enjoy listening to Aileen and I chat. But we hope that you have a good rest of your day or your night, and we hope that you are well. Bye.
Bye.